Alright, we are back on this 96 Ford F-150. Today we are doing tie rods. I believe I have inners and outers over there, customer supplied. So I'm going to get this thing jacked up and on some jack stands, wheels off, and we will get started. So let's get into that. I had these off when I did the upper control arms and the lower ball joints, but I did not disconnect up here. I mean, they seem solid, but they're definitely, the boot's gone on that one. Alright, we got a flat spot on there to slap a wrench on. Okay, cotter pins are shot. Alright, well, let's lower it down onto the jack stands. Well, we're not saving anything here. Oh, I see what we're doing here. Okay, the sleeve. So I don't need this at all. I'm totally replacing all that. Okay, I got it now. Alright, so let's just get these out. And like all my other videos where I've done some type of tie rod or ball joint or whatever it may be, it'll need an alignment afterwards. I don't have an alignment shop at my home garage here, so that's kind of where we're at. So the customer will seek out his own alignment after I'm done with the work. It's in such a great spot to get that out. Cotter pins. They're fantastic.
War. It's fantastic.
Set you there for a second. Okay, here we go. There's both our cotter pins. Alright, it does look big. Is that a 21? What size is it? 21. Okay, let's see. I gotta get a 21 wrench. So easy. Hopefully that inner one comes off easy. Alright. Why would the inner one be bigger? I don't know. Make sure it's not a 22 before I walk too far away. Guess what? It's a 22 and it's loose as a goose. Huh. That took absolutely nothing on that crusty rusty bolt. Alright. No need to question. Well, let's try something, because, well, we're not saving it. There's that one. And that just fell out. Well, here I am making a big deal out of nothing. Okay, let's measure up some new ones here. It went like that, so let's leave it like that. Alright, you go back over here for... Alright. I'm missing something here with this. It would appear as such. It needs to be sucked in. Okay. I thought that was awful stretched. There we go. That got it. And those look way smaller than what I had before. It's bigger than 21. It's still 22. It's still 22. Okay. I need to look up a torque spec real quick. 5 foot-pounds. And then we will do micro adjustments to line up for cotter pins. And then I gotta grease that one. The inner one might be a little tough to get to. Where's our cotter pin looking? Okay, yeah, definitely gonna have to go a little further. Nope, that's the wrong damn direction. Alright, can't really see. Need to go like one more loop here. Got you covered still. Let's go a little more. Oh, I need you to turn. But not quite yet. There we go. Perfect. My soul. I'm out of control. Got that place. Okay, there's that. Tighten these down. Those look big. Okay. That one goes the same direction. Okay, there's that. I have better access to my greaser. All right, let's get this top one's gonna have to be by feel, because I can't get a, one, I don't have a big enough torque adapter, and two, I can't even get a socket in there. That's pretty tight. Let's find our cotter pin hole. Another crank here. I don't see it yet. Where you be at? Right there. Okay, I see it now. It's right behind that one. Yeah, there we go. Boom. All right. All right, passenger side done. Let's go do the driver's side. Okay, folks, that is how we do inner and outer tie rods on a 96 F150. I'm assuming it would apply to multiple years, and four-wheel drives, obviously. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them down below. Give me a like, follow, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.